Hi everybody, I'm gonna be showing you how I make my delicious Mexican wedding cookies. They are perfect as gifts on Christmas time, but they're also delicious any time of the year. And I'm also gonna show you how I package them up to give them out as gifts, step by step. Let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna chop our pecans. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I have 1 1/4 cup of pecan halves right here. Now I've got my food processor here, and I'm gonna chop them up. Now you don't want them real chopped up to where they're very mushy. You just wanna mash them up a little bit, but you don't want them real mushy. I'm gonna set my dial right here to about 6 on my Vitamix, and I'm gonna pulse it a few times until they're chopped up just right. I think that's perfect. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. And if you want to use store-bought chopped pecans, you can do that too. Now I'm gonna use this bowl right here. I'm gonna put in 2 sticks of butter. This is regular salted butter, see? And I'm gonna put in my powdered sugar. This is 2/3 of a cup. And I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm gonna bring it all in together real nicely. Now this is room temperature butter. That's why you're able to put it in together real easily, see? Because it's real nice and soft. Now you can use your stand-up mixer, but I don't like to have dirty dishes. If I can do it all in one bowl, that's better for me. So now that I have my butter, my powdered sugar, and my vanilla creamed together beautifully, see? I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna add all my chopped pecans in here. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I just think the cinnamon is just perfect in here. And I'm gonna add my all-purpose flour. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm gonna add a little bit at a time, see? Without making a mess. And here's the rest of the flour. Now I'm gonna bring it in together with my spatula. And then I'm gonna go in with my hands. That's the best way to do it, see? Now these Mexican wedding cookies have different names. Some people call them little snowballs. And then in Spanish, some call them besitos de novia, little bride's kisses, see? They have all kinds of different names. But I think at the end, just Mexican wedding cookies. So now I'm just gonna go at it with my hands because I think that's the easiest way to do it. And you wanna knead this all in together really well like this. And as you continue to knead it and bring it in together, it's just going to form itself into a nice ball. See, not a lot of fuss. That's why I like to make these cookies during Christmas time because they're so easy to make. I'm gonna get my spatula and I'm gonna pick it up. Now you might be feeling it and saying, this feels very wet. Don't worry about it, it's perfect. You just have to let it know who's boss. So now that I have it formed into a nice ball, I'm gonna clean up my area and I'm gonna move on to the next step. Very easy. I'm ready to make my little cookie balls, see? Now I'm gonna be using this cookie sheet right here. I may use 2. And I have a piece of parchment paper. I just think it's so easy to bake and all when you have parchment paper. See, nothing sticks, it just works so well. And I've got my measuring spoon right here, and it's a 1 teaspoon. This way you can make your balls all the same size. So I like to get some like this, see? And then I just make a little ball like this. Now if you get them all the same size, they will all bake the same. If you have a big one and a little one, then it's gonna be uneven baking time, see? So I make a little ball and I put it right here on my cookie sheet. Now these are not gonna expand. It's not like they're gonna expand or they're not gonna blow up, double in size or anything. But you do wanna give them just a little bit of room, you see? Just a little bit because they do settle down, just a pinch. And this is the fun part because you can have your grandchildren or your husband or whoever help you. And especially if you're playing Christmas carols and just having a good time all by yourself. That's what Christmas time is all about, see? Give them a little space in between, you know, like an inch or so. I've got 35 of them. Look at this. And I'm gonna continue the process using another cookie sheet. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm gonna put them in for 17 minutes. And you'll know they're ready when you can pick them up and they're nice and golden from the bottom. Not too light, not too dark, just right. So I'll see you in a little bit. So I'm done baking my cookies. I was able to make 48 cookies, see? And they're nice and cool. Now you wanna make sure that they're nice and gold from the bottom, just like this. And you wanna make sure that you let them cool down, because if they're warm, they're gonna cause a lot of moisture in the bag, and you don't want that to happen. Now, I'm gonna get my cookies and I'm gonna put them into this big Ziploc bag. Once they're cool, they're real easy to handle, see? Perfect. And I've got 1 cup of powdered sugar. I'm gonna add it in here. I'm gonna close it, and then I'm just gonna be moving them around like this so they can all get nice and coated. They'll get coated really nicely when you let them cool all the way. I think all my cookies are coated now with that fine sugar. So I've got this little cake stand right here so I can put some cookies out. And I've got some decorative parchment paper here. And I got this at the World Market store. Really pretty, look at that, see? You can just get creative and try all different things. I like to put the sheet right here, and then I like to put some cookies right here on the cake stand. And they look so pretty. Make some coffee, and then you set them out on your table. See, look at that. See how nice they are? And then you put them on your table and you serve them to your guests. Now I've got these tin cans right here, and I got these at the dollar store. Really cute. These are perfect for gifts. I like to get one of my bakery tissue. I put it in here, and then I put some of the cookies in here. Just arrange them really pretty inside your tin box like this. You know, the dollar stores have such cute things, especially when you're gonna bake all different kinds of cookies. Now, I always make these because these are really my favorite, and I think they're so pretty, and they're very Christmassy, but you can make them, you know, for bridal showers, baby showers, any time of the year, and they're always perfect. So once you get them into your box like this, you know, you wanna replace your lid, see? And they're ready for you to give away as a gift to your neighbor, your hairstylist, your nail technician, just, you know, whoever you want to give them to. And they come in all different colors. Really, really pretty. And I've got these real cute little boxes too. These were 2 for $1.25. See? And they have a nice clear plastic window. You can fill them up with your cookies, and then you can put a Christmas tag on them to whoever from you. And then you get a little bow, and you put the little bow up here in the top, and there you go. Now it's time for the taste test. Perfect texture. Absolutely heavenly delicious. I know you're gonna love them. And they're super easy to prepare. They're really pretty, and they make perfect Christmas gifts. So these are my Mexican wedding cookies. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment and tell me what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.